Get into a child's pose with your knees wide, toes together, forehead to the mat. Close the eyes and maybe just shift a little side to side, massaging the forehead, bumping the hips, and then start to settle into stillness. You could have the arms long, or you could bend the elbows and press the palms together overhead. Start to take some big, deep breaths. In and out the nose, your Ujjayi breath, if that's possible for you. And you can consider what is it you want to cultivate during this next 60 minutes, during this yoga practice. And I'll offer an intention from Mary Oliver. She says, instructions for living a life. Pay attention, be astonished, tell about it. So taking a few breaths in your child's pose. Feeling the belly just release between the thighs, settling even deeper. Letting go of any other thoughts that come your way and just returning to the inhales, the exhales. If you would like to use some music, my playlist or your own, you can go ahead and get it started. And then staying in a child's pose with the hips down by the heels, we're going to thread the needle. So left arm just lifts gently off the mat. Make enough space between your right arm to slide the left arm under, palm up, left ear to the earth. You can keep the eyes closed. Threading the needle, reaching the hips back. Big shoulder stretch. The top arm can stay where it is. You could tent the fingertips to make even more space under that right arm. Slow, big breaths, breathing into the back body. And then gently slide the left arm back to center at the top of your mat. Lift the right arm and slide it under the left armpit. Right palm up, right ear to the earth, looking to your left. Two more big breaths. And then slide the right arm back to center. Start to claw your finger pads into the mat to lift the elbows, to lift the forearms, and then draw yourself all the way onto your belly. Maybe the forearms come down, sliding your belly through, reaching your toes back, toenails on the mat. And from there, you can cactus the arms or extend the arms away like a T. Bend the left knee, so heel towards glute, roll to the right side of the body for can opener pose, stretching your left toes off the mat away from you, again, looking to your left. Slowly come back to your belly, and we'll switch sides. So right knee bends, roll to the left side of your body, left ear down, reach that right toe behind you. On your next inhale, roll all the way back to your belly. Press your palms by your chest and come up to hands and knees, tabletop. Start with your knees down. We'll take some chaturanga push-ups to warm up the triceps. So index fingers facing forward. Spread all 10 fingers. Maybe tap the feet out and then connect the toenails to the mat. Just bend the elbows close to the rib cage. Lower halfway and press back up. Keep going with the knees down. Taking several chaturanga push-ups at your own pace. Take about 3 more. And the next time you come up, tuck the toes and find downward facing dog, hips up, legs long. Now we're going to ripple through plank to down dog. So bend the knees and press forward, plank. Bend the knees deeply again, bring the hips high, down dog. Inhale, crown of head forward, shoulders over wrist plank. At your own pace, keep rippling. Deeply bend the knees, hips toward heels. Start to straighten the legs, heels back, and then pull forward, making a wave with your body. Maybe closing the eyes. Linking breath to movement. Pay attention to each transition, to each posture. Could always bring the knees fully down and go through child's pose as you move back. Next time you find downward facing dog, stay there. Look towards your hands and walk all the way to a forward fold. Tiptoe as many steps as you need. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Knees can be bent generously. Bend your left knee, left hand down, peel your right arm open for a forward fold twist. Maybe make a fist with your hand and roll the wrist around. Relax the head, the neck, the jaw, move the tongue around. And then switch sides. Right knee bends deeply, right hand down, left hand to the ceiling. You can look at the left hand or let the head relax. Maybe roll the left wrist around, shaking it yes or no. And then again, switch. Left knee bends, left hand down, right hand high. Going a little faster, pedaling the knees, bending right, and then left, feeling open. Full breath. Take it once more to each side. And next time you feel even, come back to center and take a half lift. Hands to the legs, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, fold. 2 more half lifts. You could also have a little bend to the knees here still as we warm up. Lengthen and fold. 1 more. Hands graze the legs, press into the thighs or the shins. Reach crown of head forward and fold. Heel toe the feet just a little bit closer together. Chair pose, hips down, arms up. From chair, lift and hover the heels. And then stay on the toes. Start to straighten your legs. Diver pose, like you're diving into a pool or the ocean. Reach your hands forward still. Slowly lower the heels, bend the knees, chair pose. Inhale, stand up, mountain. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Let's take our first flow. Half lift, lengthen. Plant the palms. And first, lower the knees, chest and chin. Cobra or Sphinx pose, toenails down. Make your way to downward facing dog through down dog or through tabletop, child's pose, or pushing through plank. Take a big breath in and down dog. Exhale, maybe a ha, side out. Big breath in, maybe a let it go. 1 more time, any kind of breath you want. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach the right leg high, bend the knees, scorpion dog. Roll the ankle around. Maybe the left forearm and elbow come down to increase the stretch here. Press back into the left palm, re-extend the right leg, 3-legged dog. Draw the right knee towards the right elbow. And then hold or swing the right knee to the left and the right with control, windshield wiper. 2 more times to the left and the right, working your core, left and right, 3-legged down dog, shake out the right leg. Step right foot outside right hand, lizard. Lower the back knee down and take a twist. Reach the right arm to the sky. From here, we're going to thread and unthread the needle. So right arm under the left armpits, look back over your left shoulder, open back up, twice more. Put your right hand down. Heel toe your right foot in just a little bit. Lift your left knee and find warrior 1. So left heel down, inhale, arms rise. Right knee is bent, shoulders and hips are squared. Holding your warrior one for a few breaths, maybe widen your stance. Sink a little lower. Spread through the fingertips. Relax the shoulders down your back. Soften the face. Press to the outer edge of that back left foot. 2 more breaths, holding. Keep the legs as they are. Interlace the hands behind the back. Make a fist and punch down. Open the chest. You're going to fold like humble warrior, but then use your strength legs forward. Pull yourself back up. 2 more. Fold inside the right thigh and pull back up. Once more. Lower and lift. This time lower and hold. Humble warrior. Start to lift your back heel. Release the hands, but keep them behind you, airplane, and launch off warrior 3. Slowly land your left foot towards the top of the mats. Take it wide and come into a squat. Heels in, toes out, Malasana. Pretty early in the class for all this balance, so give yourself some grace. Move the hips side to side. Maybe lift one heel, then the other. Take a big breath, lengthen the spine, and then come to your seat for boat pose. Bring the toes off the mat if you can. You could straighten the legs, or you could keep the knees bent. Lengthen the spine. Tap your right toes to the ground and lift. Left and right. Just tapping the toes, doing the core, building the heat. Keep breathing. Couple more times. Strong lengthening the spine. One more on the right, one more on the left. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Grab the back of the thighs and just rock and roll, massage the spine. Either use the momentum to go through a rock and roll vinyasa or just roll to the side and press yourself back. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. No rush to get there. From down dog, left leg lifts, bend the knee, open up the hips, scorpion dog. Move that left leg around, maybe circle the ankle, the knee. Maybe the right forearm comes down. Then re-extend, press to the right hand, extend the left foot. Long, left knee, left elbow. Either hold it or cross to the right and back to the left. Keep pressing through the palms. Find 3-legged dog, left leg high. Lizard, left foot quietly steps outside the left hand, maybe inch it further forward if you didn't get as far as you wanted to the top of the mat. Right knee down, make sure it feels supported. Right hand stays planted, left arm lifts for the twist. Left arm threads under the right armpit. Reach 3 times, threading and unthreading the left hand. Start to bring your left hand down. Walk your left foot in just to make sure it's on your mat. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Warrior 1, so right heel down at about a 45-degree angle. Left knee directly over the ankle. Rise up, warrior 1. You could always bring your hands to your hips to guide the left hip back, right hip forward. Hands frame the face. And we pause. Get a little lower. Think a little deeper for one more breath. And then legs stay as they are. Interlace the hands. Maybe switch which thumb is first. Punch down, lengthen the spine. Keep the left hip in. Don't let it splay out to the left hip under. And then you can fold. Either the left thigh can hold and support the torso or come inside. Lower and lift. Humble warrior to warrior one. Move slowly. Next time you're in humble warrior hold, start to lift the back heel. Release the grip of the arms. And maybe launch off. Left foot is the base, warrior 3. We won't be here for long. Squaring the hips. Gently step the right foot down, bend both knees, squat at the top of the mat. Feet wide, press the palms together. However you got there is great. Lengthen the spine, press the palms together and use the arms into the legs to find more space. And then slowly come to your boat pose. Have a seat, lift the legs, a little bit more core, long spine. This time we'll tap both legs down and lift. So shins lower and lift. Maybe you straighten the legs all the way. And you steady your breath. With 3. Nice work. Don't round the spine. You could always keep the feet down and just hold. Last 2. Last 1. Grab the thighs, roll to the back, rock and roll. Massage the spine. And whenever you feel ready, if this is the transition, to make your way to down dog. You could go through a flow, your vinyasa, or you could just roll over and press through tabletop. When you get to down dog, take a full breath in. And maybe one of those side exhales, or ha out. And then look to the top of your hands. Bend your knees. Inhale. On your exhale, hop or walk lightly to the top of the mat. Inhale for the half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to mountain pose, stand up, reach high. And then sink to chair. You could keep your feet wide or you could heel toe to toes closer together. You're going to take dagger pose again. So from chair, lift the heels. Start to straighten the legs like you're diving forward. Slowly heels down, chair pose. Start to lift the heels again, but lower your seat to toe stand. Come into your boat and give yourself a little squeeze. Now you can round the spine. Forehead to the knees, chin to the chest. Feel that rounding of the spine. And then last little bit of core here. So palms down, draw the knees to your chest, and then kick your legs away from you, body long, lengthen. Pull in and extend out. Keep going. Inhale and exhale. Feeling your triceps work. Going at your own pace. Take 2 more wherever you are. And then bring your feet down. Palms down, feet down about hip width distance apart. Inhale, lift, reverse, table. Stretch your chest. Stretch your core. Your head can release back if that feels okay. Spread the fingers, press to the feet, lift the thighs. Exhale, lower down, give yourself another hug. Arms wrap around the legs and fold your head in. All right, start to look up here. I'm just going to demonstrate. You're going to inhale, lift the hips, but lift one arm over your ear. And then you'll lower. You can either tap the hips down or hover. and switch sides. So it's a reverse table in the legs. When you're ready, you can start. Reverse tabletop and then put the weight into one arm. And lower. It might help to have your fingers facing wide instead of towards your glutes. You can always take a break between sides. Beautiful. One more on each side, really reach. And when you feel done, bring your hips down and give yourself one last hug. Hands behind the thighs, rock and roll. However you want to get to downward facing dog. Notice how your down dog feels. Maybe bend the knees, get the hips a little higher. Maybe widen the stance. And then inhale, reach the right leg high. Step the right foot forward, runner's lunge. So feet frame the foot. Lift and hover the hands. And then tap right hand to left shoulder and lower left hand to right shoulder. So opposite hand, just shoulder taps, left and right. One more to each side. Rise up to high lunge. Inhale, lift. Maybe widen your stance. Warrior two, so lower your left heel down. We've been here before. Wrap your left arm under your right. Give yourself a hug or eagle wrap the arms. Just like we did earlier, we're going to lower and lift. A couple more times. Lower, filling the back, the shoulders. One more. Keep the arms as they are and look to your left, find goddess. So left heels in and toes out, knees bent. Keeping the arms, take a big circle, twice in the same direction. And land back in your goddess squat. Open the arms up, stand up to star. Find warrior two. So rebend the right knee to the front of your mat. Get nice and low, maybe widen the stance. Straighten your front leg and take reverse triangle. Feel that line of energy from your right big toe all the way up through your right middle finger. Stretching up and back. And then cartwheel the hands down. Runner's lunge, just pause. And make a choice to go through your vinyasa or go straight to downward facing dog or take a child's pose. All right, let's take the second side. Left leg lifts. Step to runner's lunge. Big step forward. Float your hands off the earth, feeling your core do the work, and then just tap. Opposite hand to shoulder, crossing the body. One more tap. High lunge. Lift the arms to the sky, shoulders over the hips. Straighten the back leg. And then lower the back heel, warrior one. You might need to adjust your stance to go a little wider. Wrap your right arm under your left this time, either a full hug or eagle wrap. Inhale, lift the elbows, lift the chest, and then fold. Keep going, a couple more times, as slowly as you want. Next time you're lifted, stay lifted. Keep the wrap of the arms and come into goddess squat, horse pose. Heels in, toes out. Maybe shift the weight a little side to side. And then go in the opposite direction you went before. Take a couple of big sweeping circles with your arm wrap. Once you get back to center, Oh, release the arms, star pose, stretch open, reach big. And then find warrior two. Left knee bends. Big, beautiful, wide stance. Settle into your breath. Straighten the left leg and take reverse triangle. Right hand down the right leg, left arm up and back. Maybe lift all the toes, spread them, and then plant them back to the earth, feeling your foundation. One more breath. And then cartwheel the hands, bend the left knee, runner's lunge, just to pause. And make your choice of how you want to move from here to make your way to down dog. You could always lower the knees. Big breath in, down dog. Exhale, let it go. Look towards your hands. Bend your knees. On your exhale, walk or hop softly to the top of the mat. Take a half lift when you get there. And then fold. Chair pose, so feet together or feet apart, your choice. Then draw your left heel towards your glute. So lift the left heel off the mat. Tap the left foot behind you, straighten it, and then draw the left knee back to the right knee. Keep going, tap, and pull it in. Tap, pull it in. If you want, you can draw the elbows in as you pull in, round the spine like cat, and then extend. If you want to challenge this even further, it's already a lot for that right ankle, you can just hover that foot as you reach back instead of tapping it. 2 more. You got this. Next time you extend, find your warrior 3 again. Big ass. Rise up, one-legged mountain. If your foot falls, no worries. Just lift the left knee. Right foot is the base. Yes, reach through your fingertips. Right knee will bend slightly. We're coming into full eagle. So cross the left thigh over the right. Maybe a kickstand with your left toes. Double wrap if you want. Left arm under the right. Hug or full wrap of the arms. Eagle. Squeeze everything together. Option to lower and lift here, tapping the elbows and lifting. It will challenge your balance. So stare at something that's not moving in your space. Keep squeezing. We're going to come out into half moon. So open up, extend your right hand down, left hand up. You could grab the wall or a block if you have any things to support you. Left hand to the sky or your hip. Left foot reaches back, stacking shoulders and hips. And now envision warrior 2. Bend your right knee gently. Step to the back of the mat as patiently as you can. Doesn't have to look pretty. Legs stay as they are. Reverse warrior. Coming into side angle. Form to thigh, left arm over the ear. Option to reach your right arm alongside the ear for a little more core work. Find triangle, so straighten the right leg. Right hand down, left hand high. The long sequence on this side. Stay focused. Notice what you're feeling, what you're thinking, how you're breathing, how you can support yourself. One more inhale and triangle. And then find pyramid pose. So walk your back foot in as much as you need to have all 10 toes face forward. Hands could be on the hips, on your shin, on a block, or the floor. Relax the head. Forward fold over two straight legs. Deep hamstring stretch. Send your breath into that space. Option is stay in pyramid or bring your right hand to your right hip. Start to turn and twist into revolved pyramid. Maybe the right hand reaches for the sky. Again, a block under your left hand or water bottle is a nice variation. It doesn't matter how far you twist or even if you twist. One more inhale. And then bring the right hand down if it's lifted. Lower your left knee, finding low lunge. So left knee comes down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Feel the support of one knee down now. We're not balancing, but we're going to keep twisting. Left arm forward, right arm back. Heel open. Spread through the fingertips. And then right hand down, left hand up. Exalted. Cartwheel your left hand down and find the twist again. Right hand to the sky. Stay here or we add a side plank variation. Maybe angle your left shin and foot more to the left for balance. Right foot reaches back. Kick it behind you towards the back of the mat. Maybe you bend your back knee and reach your hand for your ankle or foot. Finding a heart opener. If you have the bind, very gently release. Bring two hands down, two knees down, tabletop. And take as much time as you want in some cat-cow variation, side to side, traditional cat-cow. You have about 15 breaths here. Just close the eyes and move, looping the spine, organically moving to wash out that whole long sequence. You can make fists with the hands. You could stretch the wrist by flipping the palm. Finding this movement in your body for several more breaths. Maybe fluttering the lips. And then making the choice to either keep moving organically or find stillness in embryo or child's pose. Hips down, either shins together or space between the thighs, just like we started the practice. And it can be still or it could be a gentle movement. You could grab some water if you need. This is your time to kind of let that whole right side integrate in your body before we even think about moving on the left side. So pay attention to what your body is asking for and needs. And if you're forcing yourself to do something more difficult, you don't need to. Or if you're tending to let yourself do less than you know you're capable of, just notice those tendencies that you might have. Do more breaths. And very gently start to make your way towards tabletop. If you'd like to step back into plank and take an optional vinyasa, or just find your way in downward facing dog over the course of the next 3 to 5 breaths. We meet in down dog. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then bend your knees, look to your hands, inhale. And on the exhale, hop or walk, forward fold. Half lift, find the length in your spine. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, hips low, arms up. Maybe toes together or keep that space. This time, right heel lifts, pouring the weight to the left foot. Right heel lifts towards the glute. Extend the right foot straight behind you, tap it down, and then pull it back to your knee. Extend, knee to knee. Extend, tap the toe, maybe draw the elbows in and really exaggerate rounding the spine, and then lengthen. And maybe the back foot hovers, or maybe you want to tap the toe to support your balance. 2 more. Next time you find yourself lengthening, lift off and straighten the left leg. Reach the arms forward. You're in warrior 3. Just transition. You could bend the left knee if you need to. Draw the right thigh up, one-legged mountain. However you got there is great. Bend the left knee a little bit, like chair pose again, and cross the right thigh over the left. We're coming into full eagle. Wrap the right arm under the left. Sit low from the hips, but lift the chest. And then you can fold and lift, or you can focus on the balance. Squeeze the limbs together, and then envision your half moon. So extend the arms away from each other. Kick the right foot behind you. Left hand can reach the floor or a block. Right hand can be on the hip or reach to the sky. Maybe hover the left hand off the earth. And then it's warrior 2. When you feel ready, as slowly as you can get there, step back. No rush. Find warrior 2. Nice landings. Relax the shoulders. Spread through the fingertips. Keep the legs as they are and reverse. Straighten that back leg. Keep the legs as they are. Coming into your side angle. So left arm to thigh, right arm over the ear, or left arm alongside the left ear, framing the face like you're holding a big beach ball. Strong through the feet and legs. Knowing the release is coming soon. Left knee stays bent. 1 more breath. And then straighten the left leg, left hand down to the shin, right hand to the sky. Pyramid, you can always walk triangle, you can always walk your back foot in a little bit. Roll your right shoulder back, spread through the right fingers. Left hand could be on a block, or even the floor. 2 more breaths. And now we come to pyramid. Maybe bring your right hand to your right hip. Transition. Walk your back foot in as much as you need. Keep your feet about hip width distance apart. And then fold over your legs. You can always have a little bend to the knee if it feels like your head were extending. Squaring the hips and the shoulders to the best you can. You can always use your block or whatever other props are available to you. Where can you release some tension? Where can you soften? Staying in pyramid or finding the revolved, twisted pyramid, left hand to hip. Turn and look to your left. Maybe left hand reaches for the sky. If you're in the twist, start to bring your left hand back down. Everybody gently lower your right knee to the ground. Maybe walk it back a little bit for more space. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Twist open, right arm forward, left arm back, looking to your left. And then exalted, left hand down the right leg, right hand reaches by the ear towards the sky. Finding the twist to transition, right hand plant, left hand to the ceiling. Maybe start to bring your right shin and right foot to the right a little more, pouring the weight into your right hand, left leg reaches back. Side plank variation. Left hand can go over the ear. You can stay and hover and hold here. You could bend the left knee, heel towards glute, reach the left hand for the foot or ankle and kick. If you have the bind, kick your foot into your hand. One more breath. If you're binding, very gently release, and everybody finds tabletop. 2 hands, 2 knees to the mat. Close the eyes, any kind of cat-cow. Move the torso, the head, the neck around. Maybe circle your whole body. Maybe take the wrist stretches. Doesn't have to be the same on each side or the same as you did after our other sequence. Take your time to wash that out. We have one last standing sequence. It's pretty short, and then we'll start to warm down. Can always dip it and stay in a child's pose or stay in a down dog. The choice is yours. Couple more breaths to move freely, and then we'll meet in down dog. As you're ready for down dog, reach the hips high. And gently bend both knees in down dog. We're going to take a figure 4 down dog. So cross the right ankle over the left thigh and reach the hips back. Press into the palms. Press into the finger pads. Both knees are bent. Hips go back. Start to walk your hands to your feet. So you're in a figure 4 at the back of the mat. So figure 4 forward fold. You could keep your hands to the block or the floor, or hands can come up towards your leg or chest, that heart center. When you're ready, one-legged mountain, stand up, right leg lift. We're going to take a big step forward and twist, open that exalted posture, or that open arm twist like we've done. But we're going to take revolved half moon. So right foot steps towards the center of the mat. Left hand comes down, right hand comes up, left foot up. Your revolved half moon. Beautiful expressions of the pose. If you shake or fall, no worries. Let's all land 2 feet to the ground, mountain pose, just shake it out. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs, loosen it up. Maybe some sighs or exhales or flutters of the lips between sides. Okay, we have to do that on the left side. Inhale, arms up, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, neutralize your spine. Vinyasa or skip it, straight to down dog, if you'd like. And remember, we're taking that down dog variation. So when you reach down dog, bend both knees, lift the left foot off the mat, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, figure 4 down dog. Long arms, bent knees. Start to walk your hands towards your right foot, figure 4, holding. Figure 4 chair, maybe hovering. You can always grab a wall or a chair. Don't be afraid to use what's around you to support you. Somehow find one-legged mountain, right leg straight, left knee lifts. And then imagine the right arm is going to go forward, left arm is going to go back. As you step, big step forward with the left foot and twist, exalted or twisted half moon, revolved. Right heel lifts. Maybe your right hand is on a block. One more inhale. And then just land 2 feet to your mat. And shake that out. Let it go. Make your way towards the top of your mat. We'll take another optional vinyasa. Feet still. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Let the palms. Step back. Maybe you go through your flow, or maybe you just be in the final down dog of the practice. Notice how this down dog feels compared to the first one. And our last option to hop through or walk forward. Bend the knees on your exhale. Hop to the top and come to your seat. Extend your legs in front of you. So sitting towards the middle or the back of your mat so there's space for your legs to go long. And then bring your hands behind you to lengthen the spine. Just flex the toes and point them towards the sky, and then press the balls of the feet away from you. Feel how that engages your legs. And then plant the palms down, either fingers facing away from you or facing towards your glutes. Inhale, legs straight. Inhale, lift, reverse plank. Slowly lower the hips and the glutes. Inhale, press into the mat to lengthen the spine. And then either one more just like that, or you could bend the knees and take reverse table again. Slowly lower the hips down, legs long. Press into the mat to lift the spine, staff pose. And then just gently roll onto your back, coming all the way down. Let your left leg go long and draw your right leg to the sky, hands behind the back of the leg. You could always do this exercise with a strap or a scarf, but we're just going to use our hands for a nice hamstring stretch, feeling the blood drain out of that right leg, reversing the flow, great for circulation. You can move your ankle around here. Head, neck, and shoulders completely released onto the mat. Let them be heavy. Maybe you start to go a little deeper as we stay for several more breaths. Maybe you walk your hands further up the leg. If you do want, you can bring your chin and your head up towards your legs to increase the stretch, totally optional. And then everybody bend your right knee, half happy baby. Grab the foot with your right hand, pulling the leg outside your rib cage. And we'll move into the spinal twist. So guide your right leg across the body to the left, passing it to your left hand. Right arm extends away from you. Turn your head to the right, close the eyes. We did a lot of twisting today. So be sure to hydrate after this class. Very slowly come back to center. Squeeze your right shin in towards your chest, and then let it go long. Just pause in your Shavasana for a moment. Notice the right side, the left side. Take a couple breaths. And then let's do all of that on the other side. When you feel ready, left knee in, straighten the left leg, foot to the sky. Option to roll the ankle around, keeping the head, neck, and shoulders releasing on the earth. Maybe closing the eyes for the remainder of the practice, turning in, just noticing the sensations. Starting to go a little deeper in the stretch if you'd like. And then bend the left knee, half happy baby. Left hand to foot or ankle. Right hip stays down. Moving into the spinal twist as you're ready. Pass the left leg to your right hand. Look over to your left. As you're ready, draw everything back to center. Pull your left shin and knee to the chest and let the left leg go long. Choose to let this be your Shavasana and just getting an extra couple minutes in stillness, or choose to give yourself one last hug, squeeze, full body stretch, full happy baby. Another last minute of movement if you'd like. And then committing to complete rest. Palms up to feel receptive, or hands to belly and heart to connect to yourself. Eyes closed when you reach corpse pose. There's nothing left to do. I'll give you a full 5 minutes and I'll guide you out when it's time. Inhales and exhales and wiggling of the fingers and the toes. Or you can choose to stay in Shavasana even longer. If you're ready to move on with your morning, your evening, your day, maybe give yourself a nice big hug or full body stretch. Our lives, just as they are, plain and simple, are filled with miracles. Nothing special, nothing holy, or rather, everything special, everything holy. Taylor Pimpton. Take your time to find a comfortable seat. Sitting up tall with a proud chest. And then exhaling out. Inhale. And give it back. Nice job. That wasn't easy. Be sure to hydrate. Good work.